Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Rams' sure-handed wide receiver. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Rams and the Seahawks, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis. As always, as CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But, Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
We go from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second. The 27-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Trayvon Walker racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield, right around the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? That's a right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely to go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On the jump.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We're scoreless after one. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here at the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks are 12-2 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Yeah, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Back to throw here. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. We're pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down. Straight ahead, Gibson. Nice little juke. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll look to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Come on, come on.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. pressure, and it's second down.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So it was a drive that had to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Once more, Gibson. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
2nd and 9 now. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here in Week 16. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really
both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Not that time for Watkins, and that'll make it third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Intended for number 88, incomplete. Brings up third down and 11.
The Rams on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They have the first down with a gain of 4 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
First and goal, Seattle.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was so